Hi guys, I wanted to do a quick little video on spiritual awakening processes and the spiritual growth and the stages, because I think it is important for us to know and to be aware of the stages that occur through these processes, and how maybe you get stuck on a certain stage that you feel that you're growing and you're actually not, you're kind of like stagnant in that placement until you search deeper and you release and you let go of because everything is about letting go of the power of being in control. And that's when you really start sinking into your growth, your awakening, your processes. So first thing that I want to talk about is the 5 stages of spiritual awakening, which is that escaping ignorance, so that that stage is kind of like you're still, you have like a gift, and you feel like things are happening to you, but you're still like ignoring it and saying nah, it's probably nothing. And you still, in the process of not knowing exactly what it is, but you kind of like dismiss it. Then you go into the vision of your spiritual journey. So there comes a time that you do see a vision of yourself through the spiritual path, and what kind of like what will be like your journey. But you're still, these are just visions that come in and out, and these are things that take years in the in the making and the process of getting there. You get also a glimpse of the spirit, the call of the adventure of what it is. So you have these in and out thoughts that last years, and you feel like there's much more that you need to do and that you need to be doing, but you still really haven't hit that stage of that you can say, okay, I'm ready, and I'm ready to go out there. I'm ready to help others. I'm ready to, share my knowledge and and what you have gone through, Then there's a stage that is like um, you're seeking that place, that puzzle piece that you're missing, which is is kind of like where is it that you what is your edge, and what is it that you're meant to do, so you have that segment of like, oh, I need to search this and I need to research that, and you know what, I cannot actually do this stuff, and go internally in your process, right? And that's like a lot of back and forth, because you're still seeking that validation of what it is that you need to do, what it is that you're seeking for. A lot of things are put in front of you, but you still can't put it together. You still don't know exactly what your path is, Then in that process, you also lose what is called the you lose the sight, which is you lose the sight of the path of what you thought that was your path, And this is something that happens because you're still not ready, and is still in the process of that spiritual awakening stages, that you feel like, when you go through that spiritual awakening, that you is finally turned on for you, and you're like, wow, I have this, and I can do this, and I can do that, that's when you really, really, really lose sight of your path, because you're still in the process and you're still not there. So it takes a lot of time, because the losing of the path, that is like an on and off, on and off, on and off, constantly, that you're on that path and then you're off of it. You still haven't done anything, but you know what it is in a way, but you're still not ready. And this takes so many years of the in and out, in and out, in and out. You start something, but you don't finish it because you're not 100% sure, because you still don't know. You still lost in the sight of this process, right? You also go through the dark night of the soul, which that is a very painful process. It's a kind of like the shadow, the shadow work, because that is your darkness. That's like a complete, it's like a depression. It's something that is so strong that it will take you down, all the way down. It's like a soul process, not even like, I wouldn't say that it's something that has to do with like losing your home, or like not being good with your finances. This is more of like a soul process. It's like an elimination of the toxic energies that you have been accumulating throughout the years that you have lived, that you have conscience, that you have your conscience of things. So this dark night of the soul is very heavy. It's a very heavy duty depression. Makes you think of a lot of things. It makes you go internally, turns your world inside out process. It's a very long process. Takes a long time. And to recover from this, it takes a while. Then you going through that sponge process, which is like you pick up on everything and it's absorbing. You're the sponge, and you're taking everything in, and you're feeling everything. You're super sensitive, and this is the part. The sponge is also the part of when you lose sight of things, but you already know that you have a gift. But then you're open, so you're taking in everything, and you think that that you think that you know what you're doing, and that you can take it, and nothing is gonna happen, and everything is gonna be fine. But you really don't know that you're actually being a sponge, and you're absorbing everything. And it's it's something to be very careful, because you are taking everybody's energy with you as you go along with your process. So it's kind of like it's a very roller coaster. Like you can be good 1 minute and like, be in a bad mood the next, and like that, or be angry. A lot of anger that you process through this as you take in people's emotions, because it all depends how you feel it, of course, because every sensitive person has a way that they will feel things and they will process the energy internally. A lot of them go in through the anger. A lot of them have physical pain, emotions. I mean, it all depends, or you might have it all. Then you go again into the soul's session of the searching of who am I? What am I meant to do? Am I meant to help others? Am I meant to heal? Am I meant to mentor? What is exactly that I need to do? Is like your mind is raising and is taking you in and out, in and out. Oh, I need a break. Sometimes you might feel like very overwhelmed. Your body might take a toll and you might get sick. And that's just, signs that the universe is giving you to like slow down. You're going too fast. Slow down. It's okay. You don't have to race. This is not a race. This is a process of the self and knowing who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, none of these processes are really gonna help you. Also, there is one here in particular that talks about fear and ego and power. That stage right there is the most lethal one. I see this every day. I see people go through this stage and they stay there for years, especially in that power, the ego. It's painful. And you know what? The ego could tell you you're ready, but your soul is not. Your ego can tell you do this because you know what? People will follow you because you have the gift. I'm sure you do. But you haven't gotten to all the stages that you need to go through in order to go to the stage of awareness and service. It's very complex, the awakening process, the spiritual growth. Every time there is a new moon, a full moon, energies that would just blast you to to update you with the latest things that are happening in the universe. There's a lot of validation that you're going to go through, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of times that you're gonna think, am I ready for this? What am I supposed to do? There's a lot of times that you might go out there and it seems like nobody's really listening to you, but yet they're not meant to, or you're not ready. So I just want to talk about that because there's just so many stages, and the spiritual growth is just very complex, and it takes a lot of time. It's not that you're going to be thrown out there and you're like, oh, I know everything and I know what's best for me. And no, and you know what? There's a stage also that you don't let others help you get to where you need to go, because you feel that you know what you're doing. I know I passed through that. I know I did. But then I realized that, you know what? There's much more that I need. You never stop learning. You never stop learning. This is a very long process. I just don't want anyone to get stuck in the fear, the ego, the self-destruction stuff, the competition. So much competition. It hurts me sometimes. Like, sometimes I'm on my page and I have to just disconnect, because it's just so many things back to back. Feels like a competitive stuff, and it's not about a competition. It's about healing. It's about helping others, and it's about helping yourself to grow and heal. It's a process. Just take your time, guys. Take your time and think about things. Really do. Because it's not only about you, it's about others too. And if you're meant to help others, what you say can be a huge impact on somebody's life. And if you're not ready, what you're saying can damage someone. You have to take responsibility. Let's just think about it. Research. Go through the stages. Read up on it. Educate yourself. And see where you're at. Thank you guys. Have a good one.